Hello and welcome to Old Charles, the home for coin stories. I'm Mirza Sohail Beg. Today, we're focusing on a coin that marks a pivotal moment in UK monetary history. So, let's get straight to the question on everyone's mind. The short, and perhaps disappointing, answer for most of these coins is face value. 10 pence. If you have one like this in your change, it's still just worth 10 pence. Asterisk, and this is a very big, but there are exceptions. And to understand why, we need to travel back in time to the Britain of the early 1970s. It's 1974. The country is in the grip of an energy crisis, the three-day week, and political turmoil. And on the 15th of February, a monetary revolution was quietly taking place. This was the day of decimal day, or rather, the anniversary of it. Because the UK had decimalized its currency back in 1971, the new decimal system needed a flagship coin to replace the old florin, or 2-shilling piece. That coin was the new, large 10 pence. And from 1968 to 1981, it featured a magnificent design, the iconic lion passant guardet. This is a stunning piece of heraldic art, a powerful lion wearing the crown of the monarch, symbolizing the strength and stability of the nation. It was designed by the brilliant Christopher Ironside. Now, here's the crucial historical context. In 1974, the Royal Mint was producing millions upon millions of these coins for general circulation. They were not rare. They were everyday workhorses. So, the vast majority of the over 336 million 10p coins minted in 1974 are, and always will be, common. So, if most are common, why are we even talking about it? Because of the exceptions. Let's break them down. Exception number 1, and the most famous. Condition. A coin that's been in circulation for 50 years, with its details worn smooth, is worth 10p. A coin that has never been touched, never been spent, and is in pristine, brilliant uncirculated condition, is a different. Collectors pay a premium for perfection. A brilliant uncirculated 1974 10p, often from an original mint set, can be worth anywhere from £2 to £5, sometimes a little more. It's not life-changing, but it's a 2,000% to 5,000% profit on face value. That's a solid little investment. Exception number 2. The proof coin. This is the king of the coin world. Proof coins are not made for spending. They are specially struck with polished dies on polished planchets, the blank metal discs, to create a mirror-like background and frosted, detailed design. They are the ultimate expression of the mint's art. In 1974, the Royal Mint sold special proof sets to collectors. A 1974 10p proof coin, in its original case with certificate, as part of the complete set, is highly desirable. If you have one of these just floating around loose, it's still valuable, but the real premium comes from the complete, pristine set. And now, the one you've been waiting for. The Holy Grail. Exception number 3, the error coin. Error coins are the rock stars of numismatics. They are mistakes that slipped past quality control, and collectors go crazy for them. For the 1974 10p, there are a few known errors, but one stands out. A mule is a coin struck from 2 dies that were never intended to be paired together. There are rumors, whispers in the collecting community, of a 1974 10p mule, but they are incredibly rare and poorly documented. If one truly exists, it would be a 5-figure coin. But let's be realistic. The chances of finding one are astronomically small. More common errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks. These can be worth anywhere from £10 to over £100, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. Major error coin ***, £50 to £1,000 plus, depending on the error. But wait, I hear you cry. What about all those websites and viral posts saying my 1974 10p is worth thousands? Sadly, that's mostly clickbait. They often confuse it with much rarer. Based on isolated, auction house sales of ultra-rare proof sets or errors. Step 1. Examine it carefully. ***, get a magnifying glass. Look at the condition. Is it worn, or is it sparkling like it just left the mint? Step 2. Check for errors. ***, compare it to a normal coin. Is the design off-center? Is the edge clipped? Is there a weird raised line, a die crack, on it? Step 3. Identify it. ***, is it a standard circulation coin? or does it have the mirror-like finish of a proof? Proofs are usually in capsules. Step 4. Research. Go to reputable sources like the Royal Mint website, established coin dealers, or numismatic societies. Don't trust a random, sensationalist blog. Ultimately, the 1974 10p's greatest value isn't always monetary. It's a tangible piece of history. It was in the pockets of people watching the first moonshots, listening to Led Zeppelin, and living through a transformative era. It's a symbol of Britain's transition into the modern economic age. So even if yours is only worth 10 pence, you're holding a small, metallic story. And that, in my opinion, is pretty cool. The 1974 10 pence coin is far more than just a piece of currency. It is a tangible artifact from one of the most turbulent and transformative periods in modern British history. To understand this coin is to understand the Britain that created it. While the UK officially decimalized its currency on February 15, 1971, the transition was a long process. The new 10p coin was actually one of the transitional denominations, first introduced in 1968 to circulate alongside and eventually replace the old florin or 2-shilling piece. By 1974, the old pre-decimal coins were mostly gone, and this new 10p was now a familiar and essential part of everyday life, representing the new, modern, and, for some, confusing decimal system. The year began in the midst of the 3-day week, December 1973 to March 1974, to conserve electricity during a major miners' strike and an energy crisis. The government imposed power cuts, forcing industry to operate for only 3 days a week. The sitting Conservative Prime Minister, Edward Heath, called a snap election in February 1974 on the theme, "Who Governs Britain?" The result was a hung parliament. Heath failed to form a coalition, and Labour's Harold Wilson returned to number 10. This unstable minority government led to a second general election in October 1974, which Wilson won with a tiny majority. This meant that in the single year your coin was minted, the country was in a near-constant state of political campaigning and uncertainty. Inflation was rampant, peaking at over 16% in 1974. The purchasing power of the 10p coin was rapidly eroding. What it could buy at the beginning of the year was significantly less by the end. The troubles in Northern Ireland were at their height, and the Provisional IRA extended its bombing campaign to mainland Britain with devastating attacks in London and Birmingham. This created a pervasive atmosphere of fear and security alerts. The miners' strike that triggered the 3-day week was part of a wider wave of industrial action. The relationship between the government and trade unions was deeply antagonistic, shaping the political landscape for the rest of the decade. What could your 10p coin have bought? A pint of milk, approximate 5p, a loaf of bread, approximate 12p, a first-class stamp, 3p. A gallon of petrol was around 35p, but the oil crisis was causing prices to soar and, at times, shortages. The 1974 10p coin was not a special commemorative issue. It was a workhorse, struck in the millions, over 336 million precisely because the economy needed it. Its sheer commonness is what makes it such a powerful historical witness.